Tybalt. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Tybalt takes Olivia. Now I see it happening. Well, we still have the lore hold. It has haste. So that's game, right? Resolve. Discard. Nice. Discard the tox roll. Sure. Alright, return upon the tide on the Velomachus lore hold. We hit him with the good game. Another return upon the tide. Get the cemetery desecrator. Your graveyard. Exile this. And that's game. We can even deal with the Tybalt. Man, what an explosive deck, right? Nice. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are playing a Rakdos Reanimator list within Alchemy. Now the idea behind the deck was to make basically the deck after assemble from parts. It's a buffed version of this card, and as many of you may know, today was the day where all the buffs and nerfs and bans were live and went live. So this is a card from Alchemy that was buffed and that I had my eye on it for quite a bit. Not that it really is powerful or anything, but it makes for a fun deck, right? It's a 1 mana instant that's kind of scuffed, but I mean the reduced cost made it a little better, right? It says target creature card in your graveyard perpetually gains 3 mana, exile this card from your graveyard, shuffle it into your library, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. So it's a Reanimator card. And we made a reanimation list thanks to it. So the deck is an Alchemy best of 1 deck, and it's best of 1 for a good reason. 21 creatures, 20 non-creatures, 3.7 average converted mana cost, and 19 lands. We're more than 19, and we were on 21 lands with Hagra Mauling, right? So let's get right into the deck list. The deck has the deck is separated into 2 parts or 3 parts, right? Your discard outlets, your reanimation outlets, and your creatures, the creatures that you want to reanimate. So our discard outlets are iTwitch. You rarely use iTwitch to fetch from the sideboard. You use iTwitch to loot, right? Which is, instead of fetching something from the sideboard, you hit the button that says your hand, and then you click on the thing that you want to discard on your graveyard, which is usually a reanimation creature. So it's a very, very good 1 mana discard 1 card, discard utility card, right? So we also have Shambling Ghast for ramp, and it's good with Deadly Dispute. And we have Voldaren Epicure. Epicure provides you with a blood token that you can easily crack and discard, anything that you might need. And our other one is Cathartic Pyre. Cathartic Pyre can be removal, and it can be a good discard card for the deck. And we also have Seize the Spoils. Seize the Spoils does 2 things, which is ramps us up so we can cast a 5 mana reanimation card on turn 4, and also it discards a creature card or anything that you don't need, right? And then we have Hagra Mauling. It's not a discard card or anything like that. It's just a good target for one of our creatures, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Also, it's a land, so it's good. Now we get within our reanimation spells. Obviously, we have Assemble from Parts, 3 copies. We have Return Upon the Tide, 4 copies. The best reanimation card right now within Standard and Alchemy, in my opinion. And we also have Edgar's Awakening. We could have played that one enchantment. Forgot what it was called, but it's a Rakdos enchantment that discards a card, can get you creature back. But these are faster, right? The enchantment, you have to wait like 3 turns on it, so these are faster. That's why we decided to play these. And there's a very important ratio within the deck. Now we get into our creatures. Our creatures are Burning Rune Demon, very good, helps put things into your graveyard. Our removal creature is Cemetery Desecrator, can remove planeswalkers and creatures. Olivia, you know, combos very well within the deck, although it combos very bad with Velomachus Lorehold, because you don't get the effect of Velomachus Lorehold if you get it with Olivia. But one copy is more than enough, because you don't want two copies of Olivia, you know, because sometimes it's the only creature in your graveyard or the only creature in your hand, so it's kind of unplayable, to be honest. It's literally the worst creature in our deck. We also have Dread Feast, a demon. It combos so good with our you know, tiny creatures. And also it combos very well with Olivia as well. So you get a creature with Olivia, you kill it with the Dreadfeast Demon, then you can get the same creature if it's a legendary creature next turn, you know? So you can keep doing that, and Olivia basically provides demons at every end of turn, right? So it's very, very nice. And also, you don't want to get it with Assemble from Parts, because the copies that you're going to get off of it are all going to be 4/4s, because the card copies itself. So if you're making a demon copy, you're making a 4/4. So you don't want to get it from assemble from parts. You usually want to get it from either like Edgar's Awakening or Return Upon the Tide, or even Olivia herself. So that's pretty good. You know, one copy more than enough. The deck doesn't really revolve around it, nor does it really need it that much. We also have Toxtrol, because the majority of players that are playing in what's it called, in Alchemy right now are not running Control, since Lear got nerfed, Hullbreaker Horror got nerfed, and Divide by Zero got nerfed. So you rarely see Control decks. It's mostly like creature decks. So Toxtrol is amazing with creature decks. So 3 of is a must. And the most important card in our deck is Velomachus Lorehold. This is the combo maker, right? You cast this, you most definitely are going to hit something, right? We have so many targets for it. We have Deadly Dispute as a target, we have Cathartic Pyre as a target, we have Assemble from Parts, we have Seize the Spoils, we have Hagra Mauling, which is why it's in the deck. It's because of this creature right here. You can get an instant removal off of it. You also can reanimate, and that's the combo. You know, you reanimate Velomachus Lorehold, or you can cast it, and we can cast it even if we don't have any white sources. We have 2 Forsaken Crossroads, and we have treasures. So we can hard cast it if we have a treasure on the battlefield. We don't usually want to hard cast it because it's so expensive. We want to reanimate it, have it attack, then reanimate something else. You know what I mean? That's the combo within itself. Every turn this card attacks, you usually can find your Return Upon the Tide or Edgar's Awakening or even Assemble from Parts, and you can reanimate. In case you don't want to reanimate, you can possibly remove something by finding Hagra Mauling. You can draw by finding Seize the Spoils and Deadly Dispute, and you can discard even more or remove something small with Cathartic Pyre. This holds the deck very well, and it's the best card in our deck, right? It's an absolute necessity. If I had 4, I would probably run 4, and if I was to run 4, I would probably cut maybe the Cemetery Desecrator, or maybe the Demon, the Dreadfeast Demon. I would, if I had 4 and I would play 4, I would probably cut the Demon, to be honest, because we don't really need it. It's just so much fun and so much power. You know, if the Demon kicks off, it's pretty powerful, and it's like a 2-turn kill by itself. So that's pretty good. We also have a sideboard here. We don't really touch the sideboard, but you have to have a sideboard for your learn creature, just in case you absolutely needed that sideboard. The sideboard has Environmental Sciences, Necrotic Fumes, Expanded Anatomy, it's whatever. We also have Illuminate History, which is a very good card that synergizes well within our deck. You know, you get to discard any number of cards, then draw that many. And then if there are 7 or more, you create a spirit. We also have Mascot Exhibition. So, with that being said, the deck is super fun. It's insanely fun, and there's nothing like it's built to perfection. Literally all the creatures we have over here are the best ones to have in this deck. There isn't a creature out there that can take the spot of any of these. Maybe just Dreadfeast Demon, but there isn't one. And also the ratio, let me talk to you about the ratio. So you have to count the creatures, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 12 creatures, right? We have 12 creatures. We have 3 7, 9. We have 9 reanimation spells. So 12 creatures to 9 reanimation spells seems good to me because we have Olivia, right? Olivia can be a reanimator herself. So the ratio is so well, and it's down to the wire when it comes to the ratio. Also, our discard cards are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. 8 discard cards. No, actually more than 8. 11 discard cards. So you see the ratio. 12 creatures, 11 discard cards, 9 reanimator cards. Because you don't need more than 9, to be honest. Because you have Olivia. And then you have your 21 lands. The deck is very, very well balanced. The only problem you're going to really face with the deck, you never face a problem with your utility cards, you know. The only problem you face is with the lands. But the problem is you can't run more lands because you loot a lot. And when you loot, you want to find your reanimation spell. You want to find your creatures to loot again. You don't want to really top deck lands. So and the deck can operate easily on 2 or 3 lands because you know you can unlock it even more within Shambling Gas, Deadly Dispute, Seize the Spoils. That's all you really need. You don't need to go up to 6 or 7 lands to play your creatures, although the deck is capable of it. Sometimes you just draw lands, you play your lands, and you know you're doing your thing, you're reanimating, and then you can even hardcast a creature. And you'll see that within the video. The deck doesn't really struggle that much. Some games it does with the lands, because we run technically 19 lands, but 21 with Hagra Mauling. But you can't run more lands. You run more lands, you ruin the ratio within the deck, and then you're just top decking land after land after land after land because of the looting. So the deck is super fun, and the games are insane. The games have been really fun, and the deck is absolutely explosive. It does exactly what every reanimator list should do. And with that being said, I would like to take the opportunity here to thank each and every one of you for making me reach my first goal, which is 100 subscribers. I'm very happy with the progress within the channel. I'm very happy with the interaction, with the support, with all of it. I can't be more grateful, and thank you so much. And as always, if you find any value within my content, make sure you keep subscribing, you keep liking for all the new people that are like looking over the channel. And yeah, let's reach another goal, which is 1,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure we can do that. Also, I'm very excited for the new set. I've already pre-ordered like 50 packs, so I'm going to be covering the, 50 packs isn't enough, but I'm going to be investing in covering the new set. I already have my eyes on some cards that I'm already thinking about decks to build around. And yeah, with that being said, like the video, subscribe. I'm grateful, thank you, and I'll see you next time with another video, okay? Bye. No lands. Nice. Alright, yikes. Doesn't matter. Seize the Spoil I'm going to keep. Okay. Sure. He knows about the Desecrator. Doesn't really matter. The most important thing for me is Toxtrol. Since we're always playing against creature decks, right? So he drafts a, a card. He draws a card as well. So this is pretty much good value, right? This is a draw 2, basically. Not bad for a white deck. He has to discard. Okay, discard the whole. Alright. Discard the Desecrator. Draw 2. Make a treasure. Pass. The Desecrator isn't something that I really want to see, to be honest. It's a good, like, removal spell. but at the same time, I mean, it's good now, right? Not really. Okay. Your graveyard. Take Edgar's Awakening. Minus X on the Adeline. That's good. We pass. We also drew Cathartic Pyre. Not that it's really important. Elixir. Okay. Elixir gains him life. And scries. Elixir is fine. Let's just try to pressure him as much as possible. We have one red source. Let's attack first. Alright. Let's play this, play that, and hold up Cathartic Pyre. Seems good, but we just need to refresh our hand a lot more. Okay. So game 4 is pretty problematic, kind of. But at the same time, it's cries as well, right? So 2 bottom. Alright. Discard this. We don't need that. That's nice, but at the same time, who cares, right? Alright. So what is his deck? Just mono white life gain with Cosmos Elixir? It seems very slow, right? They're not doing their thing. They're not doing anything at all, to be honest. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. Exile. We need like a Deadly Dispute. That's what we need. We really need a Deadly Dispute. Mono white control. Well, man, we have nothing to seize the spoil, right? Pass. Okay, apparition. Where are my creatures? I'm going to go insane. We've only seen one top end creature. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's mono white control. We need to pressure his life points. These are both good. Yeah. We have to discard one, so I hope he attacks here. I really hope he attacks. Okay. What do we discard though? Has to be the Burning Room Demon, right? Has to be. Oh, that's what a top deck, right? Because now we can discard this as well. Loot. Okay. we can literally hard cast this. That's fine. Do we want to though? That's the question. Not really. Probably get the Dreadfeast Demon. Cast the Shambling Ghast. We loot the Velomachus Lorehold. We pass. So I'm guessing he runs Doomscar as well. Since it seems like a control deck. Utility knife. Okay. He's going to start drawing. He gains life with one of them. He draws with the other. So we really need to pressure his life points. Okay. Sure. Auto pay. Target the treasure. Man. These lands. That's the last thing I see. We have so few lands. We really have only a few. We hard cast this, so hopefully we can top deck a nice Return Upon the Tide. We get Burning Rune Demon back. Take action. We get Toxroll or Olivia. Sure. He needs Doomscar. He probably discards the Olivia here, which gives me Toxroll, and we have the mana to cast the Toxroll, so... Oh, nice. Okay. Alright. We can get the Volomakis Lorehold next turn as well. Tapped and attacking. So that's good. Yeah, the effect of the Volomakis Lorehold does not activate. And will not activate. Yeah, he took that. Okay. He's pretty much dead next turn. That's fine. The attack can go through easily. Good game. Alright. Another one lander. Well, two lands, I mean. But terrible hand, right? Unless they kill the Twitch, but we don't have a reanimation spell, so I'm gonna mulligan this. This is slightly better. Slightly. Now it's much better because we can actually discard the Lorehold, the Volomakis. Okay. Death Touch. Alright. We don't do anything. We just pass. So he can Deadly Dispute. Get a treasure as well. That also gets us Seize the Spoil. The spoils. Okay. He attacks here. Does he attack here? Nope. Alright. Alright. Save this as a blocker for now. Alright. This is pretty good. I mean, I do want to foretell, but we have to discard something. So probably, yikes. Alright, probably take the block with the Eye Twitch, and that's our discard material, and we'll go from there. Okay, Death Touch Tribal, nice. Alright, a block with the Eye Twitch so we can discard the Lorehold. We loot. Cemetery, Desecrator. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to play the Eye Twitch here. And foretell another one, I think. Or do we play Seize the Spoils? Does it matter? I think so. I mean, we're going to loot anyway with the Eye Twitch, but... So maybe just foretell this as well. Pass. We're being a little greedy, but I want to have another creature in the graveyard in case Velomachus finds us a reanimation spell. Keeps one. He keeps one back. Okay. This time we are going to loot the Desecrator. Another eye twitch. Back to back eye twitches. Alright. Yeah, we have to go for it. Nice. Return Upon the Tide gets us the Desecrator. The Desecrator gets rid of a... No! 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 Alright. I guess the rat... Whatever. I wanted to get rid of Finn. That's why we should have, like, exiled a Return Upon the Tide. Yep. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. We can easily get rid of Finn. Right? Like, easily. Just take the block with the Desecrator. But what I think I'm going to do here is just seize the spoil. Spoils. Why do I keep messing that up? Okay. We have Velomachus. We have Assemble from Parts. That's a good draw. Right? Assemble from Parts. But I don't want to target a Velomachus with Assemble from Parts. Now I also want the Eye Twitch for the Dreadfeast Demon, but we have to discard the Demon first. Right? Man, do I attack with the Desecrator? I think so. Block with the Eye Twitch. Loot away the Demon. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we take the attack here. That's what we're going to do. We play the Eye Twitch, and next turn we loot the Demon. We get the Demon possibly, but maybe get the Velomachus. If we get the Demon, we can kill the Desecrator. The Desecrator kills the Finn. But that all depends, of course. So if he wants to do that right now, I just kill the Finn right now. Your graveyard, exile, seize the spoils. Kill the Finn so that we can comfortably take damage. And alright, sure. We loot away the Dreadfeast Demon. Drew a land. That's fine. Alright, so we need to loot away Olivia as well. Olivia gets us the Demon, and the Demon can kill Olivia. Our first copy of the Demon goes away, but I think we go Velomachus Lorehold here. We attack, mauling on the adversary. Okay, nice. We assemble from parts. On what though? On the Desecrator? That seems good, right? He has to play something here. Nighthawk Scavenger, sure. Pass. All right, let's do it right now on the Desecrator. But we also have Olivia, right? And Olivia means game. So I'm going to go for the Olivia here. Olivia gets us a Demon. Nice. Nice. Probably just seize the spoils, right? Yeah, it's pretty much game. He has to block the Olivia. Yeah, block Olivia. Oh yeah, he gains life. Alright. Yeah, and we lose the Demon as well. That's fine. We still have Olivia. We still have the Cemetery Desecrator, so he has to get rid of this. But does it really matter that much? We have the Hive as well as a finisher. He got pretty lucky with the life gain from the Scavenger, you know? He had the right card. It's a flyer, can block, gain some life. Yeah, this gains some life as well. So, with that being said, we can, yeah. Let's go Cemetery Desecrator here. Exile a 5-drop, hopefully. Yeah, like the, Return Upon the Tide, right? -X. Nice. And then, you know, we can do pretty much a lot of things. We can assemble from parts again. Let's go Edgar's Awakening and so on and so on. The deck combos itself. It's pretty fun. Good game. Alright. This hand is really good, right? We've got ramp, kind of. We've got discard. We've got reanimation. We've got a target to be reanimated. So I think I'm going to keep this. Surprisingly, we run 3 Tox Rolls and only 2 Cemetery Desecrators, and we see the Desecrators more than the Tox Rolls, right? So pretty annoying, kind of, but what can you do? Alright. Shambling Ghast. Rehelda. Rehelda is pretty annoying, but who cares? So, let's play the Epicure here. Next turn we have to foretell the Return Upon the Tide. Yeah, we just pass here. Next, so this turn, during his turn, we discard the Cemetery Desecrator. Okay, so Rakdos, Drain, sure. Since I have the mana, I'm going to kill the Blood Artist. Do I kill the Blood Artist? Probably. Sure. Discard this. Drew Olivia as well. So, we have to foretell Return Upon the Tide. There's no question about it. But we also have to discard Olivia, right? Olivia can get us the Desecrator. Desecrator can kill something. But I do want some more creatures. Honestly, I really want some more creatures. So, I think we have to foretell. We have to foretell. Pass. You know, Rahilda is annoying. That's why we have that. Therefore, we have to kill Rahilda. We have to, or maybe kill Soren. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, take the block here. All right, we have Eye Twitch, but we can play Eye Twitch. We can Cathartic Pyre the Olivia and the Swamp. Or maybe just Olivia. He gets value off of the Soren. Eye Twitch blocks the Rahilda. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Eye Twitch. And then discard. Maybe keep one land. No, let's just discard both of them. Makes our draws much better. Nice. This way we drew another Desecrator and another Cathartic Pyre. Meat Hook Massacre.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Alright. Do we get something or do we loot? I think we loot. Mauling. Mauling is not something that we really wanted to see. Olivia can die. So Yeah, he has something, right? He has removal in his hand. He definitely has removal. That's why he passed. So I think we have to get the Desecrator. Yep, removal. Sure. Exile the Blood Artist since he's running snow. Kill Rahilda. Cancel. Or actually, yeah. This way, if we draw a land next turn, an untapped land, we can play Burning Ruin Demon, but it doesn't seem like he has removal, right? So what was it? Just the blood token? Yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's fine. We're threatening Soren. Well, not anymore.
My ways are not
Okay.
weak.
Not anymore. Let's discard. Discard one card. Hopefully we can top deck a Reanimator spell. Land. Land is terrible. We have to attack with the Cemetery Desecrator. Attack the Soren. Okay. End turn. Alright, let's see what happens here. We're not drawing like anything good. We're not drawing our Tox roll. We're not drawing anything. Gain control of target creature,
Blood for
gains haste.
knowledge.
Okay, that's pretty terrible. So yeah, we go with the Deadly Dispute here. Kill the Soren. Your graveyard. Return upon the tide. Yeah, kill Soren.
Tragedy befalls us all.
He's running snow, so blood on the snow, right? This is terrible, unless we can draw a critter. But at the same time, like he has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's pretty far from the Alright, yeah, he's trying to drain us here. How do we beat this? Burning Ruin Demon. So we get 2 reanimation spells, right? Take action. Yeah. So either Toxrill or Symbol from Parts. What do we have? We have Olivia, Burning Ruin Demon. No, it can't be Toxrill. Unfortunately, I would love a Toxrill, but at the same time, I want a. Let's get the Edgar's Awakening actually, and let's get a Symbol from Parts, so that we can keep our Return Upon the Tide in the deck. He picks the Edgar's Awakening, sure. Or discards a card. Okay. Meat Hook Massacre for 0, sure. Sacrifice a non-land permanent. Probably just sacrifice the treasure, right? We don't want to lose life. Nice. That's a very good draw as well. We can get Olivia and another Burning Ruin Demon. Has to be good, right? Get Olivia. Just threaten his life points, right? We have to. Another Burning Rune Demon. Take action. Now we get Toxrol and Velomachus Lorehold into the graveyard. If he deals with Olivia and this gets exiled, we can easily get Olivia back next turn. So he has to pick. He's probably going to pick to discard the Toxrol. No? Okay. So it's pretty much good game next turn, unless he kills us somehow. But I don't see that happening. Tybalt. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Tybalt takes Olivia. Now I see it happening. Well, we still have the Lorehold. It has haste. So that's game, right? Resolve. Discard. Nice. Discard the Toxrol. Sure. Alright, return upon the tide on the Velomachus Lorehold. We hit him with the good game. Another return upon the tide. Get the Cemetery Desecrator. Your graveyard. Exile this. And that's game. We can even deal with the Tybalt. Man, what an explosive deck, right? Nice. Alright, terrible hand, but good on lands. That's the only good thing about it. We also have Deadly Dispute, which is alright, I guess. But the thing is, we don't have no reanimation spells and no reanimation targets. So, pass. Yeah, Trelisara, alright. Kill the veteran. Cripple the Trelisara. And enough with the lands, please. Like, I run so little. So little lands. Alright, seize the spoils. Hagra Mauling. Go away. Cemetery Desecrator. Alright, we can't do anything this turn. Another Lunarch veteran. Alright. No +1/+1 counters on the Trelisara, please. Okay. No discard outlet. Again. We kind of needed that to be our discard outlet. Nothing for us to really reanimate as well, so black. Okay. Let's see what happens. Man, 3 Lunarch veterans, like how lucky can you be? This can't be a thing, right? This can't be true. So lucky. How are you so lucky? Like, hello? Okay. So it's good and bad. Wait, what? How are you gaining 2 life? Alright, we have to take this. Okay. So we can't kill that anymore, right? He got so lucky with 3 of those. Alright. Man, it has to be it. Alright. Discard the Desecrator. Alright, Edgar's Awakening. Or, oh man, come on. Could have taken the Mauling, right? The Hagra Mauling, kill this. Can I cancel? Yeah. Alright. Kill that. And pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 on board. Which means what exactly? That we're dead? Probably, right? He's getting super lucky. I mean, the ability to even find these is just insane, right? I mean, that's just crazy, right? How lucky he got. This never happens. This is why the deck sucks, right? It never happens because you can never find 3 Lunarch Veterans, 2 Trellisars, and 1 Voice of the Blessed. You know, I played these decks so much. You just can never find them. You're on 4, doesn't matter, right? So yeah, we assemble from parts, or do we? Doesn't matter. Your graveyard. Exile this. Kill Voice of the Blessed. Trellisara is problematic. We can block the Trellisara, right? The only reason why you would take the block is if you want to gain life, or you're top decking a Valkyrie, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. I do want to chump the Trellisara here. So, what do we have here? Yeah, he's definitely top decking a Valkyrie, right? So how do we lower his life? Pretty much have no targets. We have to go Burning Rune Demon here, so that we can discard a Tox roll. Well, get a Tox roll and get a... Get what? What do we get? Demon, another Velomachus. I think we have to get Olivia. We're not really dead on board unless he has removal, right? We can chump the Trellisara, block all of these. Oh, you're top decking a Captain. So he gets a Valkyrie through the Captain. Okay. Or he gets removal. If he gets removal, we're pretty much dead. No removal, so okay. That's very good for us, right? We can survive this. Can we kill him next turn? That's the question. Doesn't matter. Oh, I should have done that on the blocker, on the flyer. Yikes. Alright, oops. Okay, so we need Toxroll. Man, I should have done that on the flyer. Not that it really matters, but it kind of does, right? So we just attack with Olivia here, I think. Yeah. Just Olivia. And the Velmarcus Lorehold. Get Toxroll. Return upon the tide. Or, hello, hold on. Assemble from parts, yeah. Return upon the tide. Get a Shambling Ghast. Go from there. This way we can always have a blocker for the Trelisara. Within Shambling Ghast, we can also block it with something else. Okay. But this is going to be very good for us. The fact that we have Toxroll now is going to be really, really good. Yeah, he's leaving that on top. So, nice. Probably another Inquisitor captain, yeah. He moved it down. He left it on top first, and then he moved it down. I mean, he bottomed it, so. Nice. So no more +1/+1 counters. We're still at 3. We have a lot of blockers. Our board is very good. We kind of managed to equalize. So that's good. Yeah, another flyer. If he wants to attack, I just block with the Shambling Ghast and kill the flyer. But yeah, obviously he doesn't want to attack. Well, the flyer dies anyway, right? So that's good. Alright, so Edgar's Awakening, assemble from parts. Pretty much have no creatures to get back anyway. We just go ahead and attack with our flyers, right? No Olivia, no Toxroll. Yeah, let's not risk anything. Nice. Deadly Dispute is very nice. I'm going to get the Deadly Dispute. Probably on the Slug as well, but we can sacrifice the Slug, right? So probably on the Shambling Ghast. Create a treasure token so we can get blue to sacrifice the Slug. Nice. We also have more blockers, so I'm going to do that. We do need to draw, so let's sacrifice the Slug. Okay, he drew a Den. Alright. Nice. Captain is gone. We make another Slug. We can still sacrifice that other Slug. So that's good. We managed to really, really equalize here. Okay, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah. It's the other side of Valentin. That's good. He's dead next turn, right? Auto pay. Nice. We got another Velmarcus Lorehold, but we don't need that. We've got all our creatures on the battlefield. Alright, so Haunted Ridge. Den. Yeah, get Shambling Ghast. Return upon the tide. Get the Epicure. He has to take the block. Probably blocks what, Toxroll, but it's not enough, right? We have 3 flyers. We have a menace creature, so no matter what he does, we had to attack this turn because of the cave, right? It's not that it really matters. We have blockers for the cave, but just in case, yeah, blocks the Toxtrol. You have to block another big creature. You can't block the menace, so you have to block the den pretty much. Not enough. Our flyers alone can kill him, so yeah, that was that. Good game. That was close. Not really.